Time to strap in and get ready.
The leaders in AFL Supercoach are incoming, helping you win your leagues and climb up the rankings.
You're now listening to the Insight AFL Show with your hosts, Big Horse and Skiddy.
Good evening and welcome to the Insight AFL Show. I am your host, the Supercoach Big Horse, and with me with his 4-1 sipping frothies this evening on a nice warm Wednesday night. Skiddy, how are you?
G'day, Horse. I am fantastic, mate. I'm ready for round 17. This is fantastic. I want to start the show off, Horse, and I want to say a big shout out to our man from the NRL show, Braino, who's doing Dry July this week for a great cause. So I really love to see that. Congrats to you, Braino. I'll have a drink for you, mate. Good on you.
Yeah, my frothy's in the fridge. So once we get going with the standard squeeze, I might duck off quickly and get me stubby. So
hey, it's needed to be done. I don't blame you at all, Horse. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good. Now the night shift's done. I've done my days back. Yep. Now I get to sit back, enjoy a frothy, talk footy, talk shit with our community, which we love doing. Now, today, we are previewing round 17. So, believe it or not, we've only got 8 rounds of footy left this year. So, we're getting down to the Ducks' guts. We're getting into the serious time of the year, ladies and gentlemen. The time where you need to get your team as good as you can, pre-mode up to win your leagues. So, you're not going to want to miss our trading targets and everything we're doing this evening. Who to fade, injuries, and a whole lot more. Disclaimer, Fisher, there's a big question mark over him. But if you haven't yet, please hit like, subscribe, and the bell. Be a triple banger, please. But also, jump in our Discord. For less than 50 cents a week, you can get access to everything we do. Our insights, our trades, our captains, premium Q&A, and lots of cool other little perks. Enter into our Discord, though, if you just wanted to be involved in the community and talk footy, cricket, basketball, whatever it is for free if you just wanted to talk with like-minded people. So there's no reason not to join, Skiddy. There's a lot going on in there at the moment, isn't there?
Bloody oath there is, mate. That's, where you get, 1,000 comments I think we've had on AFL over the rounds where we just talk shit about each game, which is fantastic to be a part of. It's just like talking shit with your mates, and that's what it is. So it's fantastic. You got every other sport. NBA is starting to go up now as well. NRL's obviously at the pointy end.
NFL starting.
Exactly right. In the Discord, that's where you get your cups clues as well. So if you bosses don't have your clues, I'd love to see if someone gets it today. I reckon there's a chance.
And you know what? We're actually going to throw in a little something extra for our viewers at home and those that are loyal to us and that are here each week. So when we do start talking about the games, we will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do for you if you are the first person ever to guess 9 from 9 without cups.
Yes, sir.
Mate, while you're talking about the squeeze of the week, I'm going to run and get myself a stubby. So it's all you.
Yes, lads, while the Horse goes and gets a stubby, which is very much needed. The squeeze of the week is now open, which you can now see behind me with the whiteboard. We've got to give a quick shout out. Congratulations to our man, Armoured Frog from the chat, who got the closest last week, which was Bontempelli 157. So all you have to do is tell us who you think is going to get the highest individual score for Supercoach this round. All you got to do is put it in the chat, put it in the Discord. There's a subsection under AFL called Squeeze and Cups. You put it in there. You guess who you think it is. There is no double ups. If you double up, then bad luck. It's first come, first serve. And, good luck to everyone. This week, Horse, I think it's a bit of a tricky week, in fairness. But you know me, when I put my captain's choices in for the podcast, I normally get the top one in that section or I'm close with it. So this week, I am going to firmly, and who I have my C or VC firmly on right now is the diddly Sam Philanders against North on Saturday Arvo. I'm going to take him for about 166.
Jeez, that's huge. I'm going to get back to you because we're going to talk about our teams. I do have someone a bit left field that I'm going to choose this week, but I think we'll talk about our teams first. But before we get stuck into the teams, I see that we've we've got some news here, ladies and gentlemen, that we need to break to, or do
Yeah,
we?
go for it if you want. Go for it.
It's time for some news from around the league.
Just wanted to throw a couple of quick ones in here, Horse. I was going to throw them out through the, through the games and everything like that. Just go, but just quick couple of re-signs that we've seen so far. So Berry and Cameron for the Lions have re-signed, which is good for them, even though there was speculation that Charlie was leaving. Braden George showing a bit of faith from North Melbourne, even though he's injured again, 2 years. Cody Waitman re-signing there, the little ducker. So good on him, even though, who was it? Bevo and who's that dickhead, the bald bloke?
Mark Robinson.
Mark Robinson, that's right. Yeah, good on Bevo for flying the flag for his player. He's wrong, but good for flying the flag there. Tom Barras could be getting $3 million
That's
from
huge.
the Dogs. What are your thoughts there?
That. What about Dusty? Dusty Martin to the Suns.
Apparently, David Schwartz is saying it's already done.
Wowee. That's huge news.
Doubt it.
And what about our mate that he's not our mate. He's definitely not our mate, but that bloke that likes to associate with Laura Kane.
Andrew Dillon, how he's come out and said this is the best the umpiring's ever been, has got me fucked, Horse.
Oh.
He's
got to be an early nomination for Kane of the Week, I'd say, with those sorts of comments.
I'll tell you what, I mean, no one's safe. We all know that. No
one's safe.
And I'll tell you what, Dillon, goddamn, he may need a rocket. I'll tell you what, because he's almost there on a cone. And Corey is right, Jackson Archer. He was the headline of this segment, Corey. Jackson Archer re-signing, which we love to see. Still has Bailey Fritsch in his back pocket.
As well as his keys, his phone, and his wallet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get stuck into our game. So our first lot of games are brought to you by the Standard Squeeze, who have been with us since day one. Are you sick of breaking glass bottles, your beer going warm, or your coffee going cold? The Standard Squeeze have everything you need to drink responsibly, but also conveniently. The Standard Squeeze products are made from food-grade quality plastic, so you can measure the perfect pour each time. You can go to the website, thestandardsqueeze.com, and use the code IFS15 to get yourself 15% off everything in store. I've got mine right here this evening, Skiddy.
Yes, sir.
And thanks to the boys down at Stomping Ground, I'm just having a little sippy sip on some a sour beer this evening.
Whoa. No free merchandise. Like, come on, mate, settle down. Hang on. They need to pay good money for that.
It's delicious.
Very nice.
If anyone loves a sour beer, go and try one of these. They are delicious.
Love that. So, Horse, get your everyone to get your tips in for the cups. We obviously start off with Collingwood and Essendon. So obviously, and the clues were in the chat there. So we'll see if anyone can get close to that. While I do that, Horse, I'm just going to say a quick g'day to you beautiful bastards in the chat, because we see our boys in there already talking the funnies, already bringing in great work there. I want to bring this one up from our man Deadly. He's gone squeeze Lloyd Meek, which I really rate against Geelong.
Is Deadly drunk?
I don't know, but I like it, Horse. Maybe I'm giving him a little bit of a here you go, and a bit of a wind up, just because of the fact that on the NBA show last night, I weak as piss bettered him.
Good.
He wasn't talking in caps, and it didn't seem deadly like, you know what I mean? So I was like, no. We need to get him back up. He needs to be up.
So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the cups, you've got your opportunity now to throw in your guesses. But what we're going to do is, for the first person that gets 9 from 9 for our cups, we are going to use your name as part of the award each week. So your name will be headlined in the cups for the week.
Yep.
All you need to do is get 9 from 9, and you're in with a chance. It'll be the first person. So we know that people like to ride the coattails of others and guess all these right. But if you get 9 from 9, the cups will be named almost after you, Skiddy.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, we've had some people go close. We had 6 last week, which was good. I can't keep pandering, mate, because, I want to get the boys to get their tips in, especially our mans that really love it each and every week. Like Corey, Kizza, Ian, Deadly.
No one's put it in yet.
We've got 3 people that have put their guesses in. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned here, Horse.
Yeah, we can't give him a pass the first game, can we?
We'll see how we go. We got to crack on anyway, though, because it's been 10 minutes and we've got to get stuck into it. Righto.
Yep.
So the Friday night Pies versus Bombers, MCG, massive game here. And Horse, if you're an Essendon supporter, this is really a game they have to show up for.
Yeah, we have to win. We have to win this.
Yep, really show that you can cement it in. So the cup is named after a good man. And the clue
I'm an Italian background.
That is correct, Horse. The cup, the clue was I have been on the grand final stage before. And that's obviously Blake Caracella.
Garagella. Not Scotty. Who the fuck is he? Cummins. But anyway, we're getting stuck into the...
has already been the cup, though. He was the West Coast Eagles in the Essendon Cup. Lads.
Mate.
All Kissies nailed it.
Dacos. So 128, 145 in his last two against Essendon. Is he a VC option? That's where my VC's firmly this week.
Yeah, I'm either looking at Dacos, Flanders, or Merritt. They're the ones I'm weighing up for at the moment. Collingwood have Essendon, Hawthorn, Geelong the next 3 games, which are a beautiful run. It's just that there is not a lot of players that we can look at picking up other than the name Nick Dacos. Because, Crisp, it's time to sell, Horse.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? It's not just him, because we can almost run through the whole Collingwood side and go sell, because there's not really anyone too Supercoach relevant with the Collingwood side. You got Sullivan, sell him. He's losing cash. Harrison, sell him. He's got a break even of 76. Richards, 30-odd last week. This is the pointy end of the season. If you can sell him into a primo, you do that. If not, you can hold because you've got a break even of 3.
Yeah, I reckon you can hold one more week and just bank in whatever score he gets, because some people still have like 6-7 trades. You know what I mean?
What about Freddie Krueger? If you had to choose between the two.
Well, I'd be selling... Oh, jeez. Richard's got a higher upside, obviously, but he's obviously 70,000 more at the moment. It'd be one more week for Richards. I'd probably honestly, I'd rather hold both. I reckon there's other players that you'd be able to piss off, like either like Revel or the Fridge, something along those lines. So, I'd rather go that avenue rather than someone that's got a low break even.
And for Essendon, Collingwood, Melbourne, Adelaide, the next 3. So not a bad matchup when we're talking taggers wise. I don't really see anyone from Collingwood, Melbourne, or Adelaide going to Merritt unless you can see Neil Bullen going to Merritt the next 3 weeks.
Nah, I can't. That's why I think he's free of the tag. Unless they maybe go, Neil Bullen maybe for Melbourne or Sam Berry maybe for Adelaide, but they're the only.
Oh, Berry's not going to go with Merritt.
No, I don't think he will. But who else have they got if they have to try and shut him down?
No one.
Exactly right. Oh, unless they
run like Ben Keys or something with him.
Yeah, Max Michael Laney to go defensive side of of the ball. So maybe that's that. Get your tips in for the North versus Gold Coast Cup as well that we have coming up next.
In short, mate, I think Merritt's a good choice for the next 3 weeks.
Yep, I really like
588K. Last 3 against Collingwood, he's gone 127, 133, 123, and we know the Pies don't tag. So, not a bad shout, mate. Martin, he's starting to concern me a little bit with his ball use off half back. I do like the bloke, but he does need to polish up his disposal a little bit. I wouldn't sell him, and I'd still keep him as a D7, M9 option if you need cover, because we know people are starting to get a little low on trades. So if you can loop in a score, even if you can loop in 100, 110 for him this week, that will be like gold.
Yeah, I 100% agree there. For Essendon's Aaron Hall, really love to say that from him. Caldwell.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I see that.
Caldwell, 127 last week, which is fantastic. 101 and 100 these last 2 against the Pies. Horse, I've done it. At the current standing, I have brought Caldwell in. But
I like it.
I am still so worried about Parrish.
I'm not.
And I will say it
without the injury that he had mid-year, he averages 100 with Parrish in the side. My only concern is he's gone 127 and 123, I think it is the last 2 weeks, which is against West Coast and Geelong, who give up big scores against midfielders. So this week, Collingwood don't tag. I think that he still gets his hundreds, and I think you can bank 100 to 105 average for the rest of the year out of Caldwell. Okay. So at 505K, I think that's a really nice shout, mate. Jordan Ridley, he's got a break even of 155 at 527K. We know that what he can do when he's at his best, but it's been a little bit up and down. So, yeah, I'm not as sold as what I was on him a month ago. And as an Essendon supporter, you've got Ridley, you've got Mason Redman, you've got Nick Martin, or Aaron Hall, whatever you want to call him.
Hop on board. Hop on board, Horse.
No, we're not going to hop on board because it's a fair to Harley Reid for Nick Martin, so I'm going to pump up his value. I still only the two people that I'd be certain to make your team better this year in Supercoach from the Essendon Footy Club would be Merritt and Caldwell.
Yeah, mine leans firmly on Merritt, and then I'm so on Caldwell, but I'm getting there, Horse. Yeah. But like I said, what you made the Bombers backline, they don't really care to get it in one person's hands. No. They're happy with any player to be able to have a crack at it.
Yeah.
What about Aaron Martin?
Well, what about the Saturday game, mate? So we got the early game. We got North versus Suns, and we had a bit of a discussion about this on the phone, and I like it.
It's at Marvel, and Suns don't play well away from home, which is filling me with some confidence, Horse. Do
you remember the last time those guys played?
Yeah, we got belted up there. Yeah, we did.
Did you?
It's 40
points. This is the second time you're playing them this year.
Yeah, it's the second time we're playing them this year.
Oh, I thought it was the last game last year. My bad.
No. I remember that one.
Do you remember that one too?
Yeah, disfondly. Let's not bring it up. Suns. So Suns and North for the Cups. Has anyone got it?
Yes.
I see a Daniel Curry. I see an Aaron. Oh, we do have one.
Yes.
So the clue was we changed up the cup from last time because last time it was the Aaron Hall Cup. But the clue was I was then a number 1 overall pick. Ian Johnson goes bang with Daniel Harris. Getting the Daniel Harris
Gums.
Cup.
Love it.
And when people say to me, say to me, there's a delay.
I'm a bit dubious on this Kizza at the moment. Come on, Kizza. Weak as piss. Be better.
Delay.
Get him in earlier.
Where was Daniel Harris number 1 taken overall? He mid-season. Was the number 1 overall pick in the mid-season draft. Well done, Horse. Well done, Horse. There's a reason why I give you guys these clues. It's there. It's there if you look. But we look at the Suns, Horse. They have North, Port, GWS next 3, which is, That's all I got to say. Diddley, though. 108 last time, and that's off half back against North. Now we see midfield Diddley. He is fondling everything in the middle, Horse. He's down in and under. He's running out the backsides. He's diddling all over it. I really, really love it. So I really like a VC option on the Diddley this week. But the Diddley going up means that there are some that are going down, Horse. Anyone else that we are confident in this Gold Coast midfield? Because geez, they're killing.
So Noah Anderson 140 last week, so that's good for North. He'll probably score an 80 this week.
Let's go.
You got your mate. What's his name? The grass-eating man himself. Matt Rao, who I'm trying to move this week, but I might not be able to if Fisher's not playing. But that's why we need to wait till tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. The Tuk Tuk Express. He may even get tagged.
I could see Will Phillips probably going to Tuk Tuk rather than Rao, but maybe I could see him going to the Diddley. That's the only other query I have. I just don't know if they have. I don't know. Do we have that much respect for the Diddley? Like, do other teams have that much respect for Diddley? I know he's so damaging, but we haven't seen a tag on him yet.
I don't think he's as damaging with the ball as what Took and Anderson are forward of center.
I think
if it's not Took, he'll be tagging Anderson.
If Phillips was taller, then he'd go to Anderson. But it's the same thing as we said last week, why Phillips didn't go to Bont. He went to Treloar instead. So I think he'll go to Took rather than Anderson.
Yeah. What about this next guy, mate?
Oh, Bodie. Ooh-woo.
Mr. Ooh-woo. 109 last time against North.
You're getting better at that.
But thank you. He's at $456K. He's made $300 and something $1,000 this year, mate.
Yeah.
Just
I know
unbelievable.
our man SC Huck 2 is just rolling over right now. Cannot believe it because he had him on his list the whole time last year, getting him 30s, and now look what he's doing. It's bloody ridiculous. Closey, I think he's a sell at 316K if you still have. Alex Sexton at 426K. He's got a break even of 78, so I don't mind that. But
get rid of him.
You reckon gone?
Absolutely. Maverick Weller's due back in a couple of weeks as well, which we'll see the
Maverick Weller.
Is it Maverick Weller? Lockie Weller.
Lockie Weller, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I messed that up. Yeah.
The thing I say is break even 78, right?
Yep.
And Diddley's now moved into the midfield. So then he pushed a half back. This is where we wanted him. He's now back.
It is, but yeah, I think we've made our money out of him now.
Okay.
And if we're looking at if you've got him in defense or whether you've got him in attack, you know what? If you've got Fisher and you're unsure of Fish this week, Sexton's worth a hold.
Yep.
But we've got to concentrate on having live bodies this week. So you're right. If you've got him and you need that for cover for Fish, then do it. If not, it's only going to cost you 80K to go Sexton to. It's only going to cost you 80K to go Sexton to Caldwell, or about the same to go Dylan Moore. You know, so it's not that much. Or if you've got money in the bank, it's 150K to go Sexton to Rankin. So I would be making those moves and getting aggressive, but again, we just need live bodies. And Graham, he's a fucking man mountain for a kid. 309K, 29 break even. I'd keep him for another week, just as a bit of rotation and someone that you could loop in if he scores well again.
Yep, I 100% agree. I can see him getting a bit of midfield time if LDU gets off the chain to try and nullify him a little bit. We go to North. Get your tips in for the Port versus Bulldogs Cup. We'll see how that one goes after that. North have, Horse. Suns, Swans, Carlton. That is a rough 3 weeks for LDU owners. But after that, the 5-6 weeks
opens right up, doesn't it?
Very, very nice for the likes of LDU and Simkin and Sheasel if you have. She's just keep holding. He's doing his thing. That's all we need to know about that. Trishan Xeri's been really bloody good. And if you have X, you are absolutely laughing in the fact that Jared Witts is out now and he's going up against Insight Fantasy's man. I'm going to say your man or my man, Horse. He's our man. Ned Moyle, Mr. 71 hitouts. So this is going to be interesting because I think Moyle played last time against North and X and Goldie ate him. So we'll see how it goes now, which I don't mind saying. Horse, LDU. I know he was down last week, but you just think that's just a one-off? Can he come back to form?
If I don't have him, I'm not bringing him in yet because I think he's going to lose 50 to 60K in the next 3 weeks. He could be a nice upgrade towards the back end of the year.
Yep, 100%. I agree with that. That Suns are the hardest team to score midfield points against in Supercoach. Sydney are third, I think, and Carlton are fourth. So it's a real tough run. And then after that, it's really nice. Fish, we're going to have to wait and see on this injury that apparently he was tax subbed out for. My ass.
That's a foot injury too, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I said. There's no way.
What happened the last time with McKercher when he got subbed out with an apparent or finished the game with a foot injury, and it's been 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and we still haven't seen him.
See, this is the thing that I reckon about Colby. Colby's still at a -6 break even. If Fish is not fully there, Colby's ready to come back in this week. It could be just Colby for Fish, just like that. Just as easy as that, and North aren't going to be worried about it. Charlie Combin, 405K break-in. It was 6. Just sensational last week. A hold if you definitely have him, but I'm not looking for him to bring in as an upgrade or anything like that at 400K.
100%.
And Jai Simkin, the run's too tough for him to be super impactful. So, no, I can't be able to do that.
No.
Oh, sorry, Horse. Let's go bring this one up.
That's okay.
Dan Gorringe got Matt Hill on his potty. That is elite work by Dan.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. But do they have Horse and Skid? No, they don't.
No. If Dan Gorringe knew what would be good for his career in the world of podcasting, he'd come on this show and sell himself to the world.
Yeah.
The next game, that's 140. Shit, we got two 145 games. You know, my fear is
no.
that we're going to end up with a Kelly Underwood game here.
No. Don't say that. Don't speak it into existence. No. God damn, I hope not. Horse, if it is. Oh, wait, no. I was going to say this could be the commentary game, but I can't.
I might be able to.
Building my veranda out the back on the weekend, brother. Yes, sir.
I might even start a live stream so then people can jump in and talk shit with us, maybe, and you can just jump in when you can.
Yeah, can see that. See, Deadly gets it. Why say that shit? Why would you say that? And yeah, Corey says it might be GWS Carlton.
I don't wish it because my ears bleed every time I hear her talk. Like I don't like it, but anyway.
Yeah, exactly right. Port, Western Bulldogs, Horse.
Yep.
Shall you do the honours?
Yeah, I can do that. So Western Bulldogs, Port Adelaide have Western Bulldogs, Gold Coast and Richmond in the next three. Okay, not a great run, but Zach Butters.
Who's the cup, though?
Well, I actually rated this man. He had a raking left foot.
Didn't he? There's a couple that have gotten it too.
Have they? I haven't seen it.
Yep. Oh, come on, Paul. You're better than that, mate. So the clue was he was traded for an All-Australian, and Jonas guessed Montgomery, and so did Kizza. He was the All-Australian that was actually traded for this man, the bald eagle, Nathan Eagleton. I loved watching Nathan Eagleton piss up and down a wing. I reckon he was fantastic.
He was really good. Yep. He played some really good footy.
Absolutely.
Butters, last two against the Dogs, 118 and 146, and the Dogs don't tag. Really like this for Butters.
Yeah, I do too, mate. I reckon this is a game that he could really feast on, so I love that for Butters. Houston, shithouse last week. He's weak as piss and needs to be better because that we can't be having that. You cannot be letting Farrell, Kane take your bloody possessions like that, mate. You're better than that. How about Pickles, though, Horse? Are we on the watch?
It's a huge watch. From estimates, and this is only estimates, he's got to play over 70% forward this week.
Bloody prick. I knew I couldn't trust that Pickle. That's annoying. Oh, well. So, yeah, he can piss off then. Rosie, 435K, Horse. He's got a break even of 35. So if you are looking at Connor Rosie, this is the week to go in.
You have to.
Yeah. And I like it too. Jordan, sweet. Solo ruck horse.
How long till Soldo's back?
Week or two. And that's even if we thought this last time.
Yeah.
And we said there was no way that Soldo was holding Sweet out. Sweet was going to stay the ruck. Soldo came straight back in. And now there's murmurs. That Sweet might be holding Soldo out again. So I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't trust that. No, we're not looking at Sweet. And what about the man with the best haircut at the Port Adelaide Footy Club?
Logan Evans.
102K defender on the bubble. Great downgrade target this week.
Really, really nice downgrade option, Horse. For the Dogs, Port Adelaide, Carlton, Geelong next three. Not bad. Marcus Bontempelli is who we're looking at here, Horse. Last three times versus Port, 125, 148, 128. Juicy.
Juicy.
Really like it.
And even if they send that Willem Drew to him, he'll still do well.
That is not a tag that's able to stop the Bont. We saw it last time. No, sorry, it wasn't last time. The time before, they tried to tag Bont and 148, and I'm pretty sure he had like 32 and got 3 Brownlow votes that game. So I don't care about that in the slightest. So I reckon bring it on. Can we see something from Tingles? That is my question. Is South Australia close enough to Western Australia where he gives a fuck about playing this game?
Yes.
Thank God, because we need something.
We need something from him.
Yeah.
Do you know who I like a lot more than Tingles?
Who's that?
Daily Bale.
Our man, Daily Bale. Beautiful.
Yeah. Love the way he goes about it off halfback too. He'll score well.
Yeah.
Ed Richards, high price as a swing man. You could do worse as a D6.
We could definitely do worse as a D6. But I think there's just better upsides from other players that I prefer. Like,
Well, since Darcy's moved into since Ed Richards has moved into the midfield, his lowest score is 116 over 4 games.
No, isn't it 108?
Then that's when he was concussed in the third quarter.
Gotcha. Right. Yes. So you could definitely do worse. I really like that horse.
I've got to give my man a shout out. Sorry, this bloke, William Hill. No, he's not the man from the Punters app, but
Damn.
he has been brought back from the brink of retirement to play some footy again this weekend.
Oh my God.
I want to see him kick bombs from 65 out on the left. This man has blessed me in the past with hitting me on the tit leading out from full forward. So I wish you all the best, Wilbur.
How many times is that? 15 in a game? Yeah, that's what I thought. Sam Darcy, time to upgrade in my eyes, mate. Oh, sorry. I apologize. Yeah. I won't have to tell you next time.
No, please don't.
Fridge, break even of 20. Look, you can upgrade now. He's got around the coin, but I think there's other options as well. But if you have to, then get rid of him. That's absolutely fine there. Our Punters Club president, Jose, also too, get in your guesses for the Cats and the Hawks.
Yes, please.
Our Punters Club president has found something, Horse. North at 310.
And that's against a team that has not won away from home this year.
Horse, this is why I love our president, because not only does he tell us the price of good value on each bet, but he goes to each individual betting company and finds who gives the best odds too. That's just how good our El Presidente is.
He's the man, the myth, the legend. Yep.
I don't mind North at 310. I'll definitely be throwing it in with something else, but I don't mind North's chances. I don't have the gut-wrenching feeling, and I feel like Corey's going to agree with me here. I don't have the gut-wrenching feeling that we're going to immediately lose like I have for a lot of other games. So I don't hate it. Good. Thanks.
Time to upgrade Darcy.
Oh, we've already covered that, mate. We're on to the Geelong and Hawthorn game, my man.
Yep.
At GMHBA too.
Okay.
And I felt like
that's tough for the Hawks down there, but geez, they've been playing well.
Yeah. Oh, mate, off form. How amazing have the Hawks been as of late? It's just been outrageous.
Our man Hands and Heels in the chat too. He did message me privately throughout the week. I'm gonna have to. I'll just check quickly while you go through a couple of the guesses that we have, but I'm pretty sure our man Hands and Heels is sitting in the top 300 at the moment.
Absolutely fantastic to hear that. Love to say that. He was also on my NBA show, so I appreciate you.
Good man.
The Cup. Look, the boys are on. I'm sorry, Ian. It is not the Segler Cup. No, it is the Isaac Smith Cup. Yes, boys. Gary Ablett didn't play for Hawthorn. Come on, Checkerbags. You're better than that.
That's his old man. Yeah.
Weak as piss, be better. Skitsy, well done, sir. Oh, and Kizzy as well. Kizza.
Yeah.
North Hawks Blues. What do you think about that? Because Cats did win last week. They look pretty good. So I don't know about that one. But it's definitely around the mark.
With the way Hawthorn's playing at the moment, that's half a shout.
It's hard to bet against them, but geez, it's hard to bet against Geelong and Geelong. We'll have to wait and see. Cats, Hawks, Collingwood, Bulldogs next 3. So not a bad run for them. It's just that they don't have really many midfielders that we can have a crack at, except Maxi Holmes. But it's that you would have had him from ages ago. If you do, 558K, just doing what he has to do. There's no tag worry here. The only worry that we have is if Tom Stewart goes into the midfield and sends Holmes to half back, but he can also score well from there, which is good.
Yeah, 100%. Stewart, as you just brought up, mate, he's got a break even of 64. Jezza Cameron, he's playing closer to goal now, which means Supercoach relevance is not as prevalent for him. Sam De Koning, mate. So I picked him up in a draft league. He's at 365K. He's got a break even of 10.
Yep.
Can this ruck thing keep up for him? He had a bit of a shitter last week against Essendon when we're talking Supercoach wise.
Yep. But
he still had 20 hitouts and 17 touches in the wet. 5 frees against hurt him, but if it's dry down there, like there's no reason why this man can't average 90 to 100.
Yep, I agree. And so he's coming up against Meek, Cameron, and English in these next 3. The highest ranked out of those teams is actually Darcy Cameron to score against, and he's currently ranked 14th. So these are actually 3 bloody good matchups for Sam de Koning coming up.
Yep.
As much as you won't think that, but Tim English has been leaking Supercoach points to Ruckman this season. Meek's obviously, definitely up there. He's better than when Reeves was there as well. So we got to take that into consideration. Cameron's been So, I like the SDK one. And Lawson Humphreys, downgrade option. He looked fantastic last week.
He looked awesome last week in the wet too, scoring 91 Supercoach points.
I want to see how he goes in the dry. Otherwise, he's just a wet track specialist, and I really want to see how that. He's crap! I'm going to be really killed by the boys to not remember who the Holborn.
Who?
It's a racehorse that races really well on the wet, but shit on the dry.
So for the Hawks,
alligator blood.
The alligator blood. Yeah.
Thanks.
So Geelong, Freo, Collingwood, the next 3. So not a bad run there.
Yeah.
Darcy,
I was reading Armand Frog's comment. That made me laugh.
Yeah, I've saved that for later.
Yeah,
Dylan Moore, 528k, like his upside. I reckon it's a pretty good role that he's got. And Hawthorn are starting to click at the moment, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. I really like this run coming up too. The hardest one there, Jungle Edge. That's the other one too. Well, thanks, Hanson Heels. Collingwood's probably the hardest one in that one coming up. Maybe a bit
given that he's got a racehorse in his DP, he probably knows what he's talking about when we're talking horses.
No, as soon as he said Jungle Edge, I was like, yep, that's absolutely right. I love Dylan Moore, and I'm going to keep saying Dylan Moore. And
Jungle Edge, is that owned by Mark Bell?
Oh, man, I don't know who owns them. I just know to bet on who to bet on and when to bet on them.
Out packing them away. Great horse.
There's a good chance of that. We're gonna have to start up a Insight horses. Sicily 578k, but he has injured his same shoulder as last time, so now we are a little bit worried about Sis. Also, to get your tips in for the Giants and the Baggers, who the cup's going to be there. The injury news has scared me away from Sis now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it has. Yep. 100%, mate.
Yep.
Hang on a sec.
Got you.
Massimo D'Ambrosio, pizza pasta wine, driving the car really, really fast down the freeway, driving to Nonna's house, sitting down, having a nice pasta with the meatballs and that, and having a glass of wine and sitting down and sharing a lot of love with the family, breaking the bread, dipping the bread in the sauce and having a vino, going home, driving after too many wines, going home, crashing, mama waking up and then cooking your breakfast. Sì, molto bene.
Bellissimo, horse, bellissimo.
Thank you.
Never gets old, mate. It is beautiful work you do.
Thank you. 470k, break even to 73. Do we need to upgrade? Maybe, because the wings are really shallow at Geelong.
They are, but also to everything we've been saying about this bloke since round 9 onwards
has been wrong. So keep him and put the captain on him.
Yep, pretty much. Yep. All right. Speaking of captain's horse, Lloyd Meek. 145 last week, 509k, mate. He's still the number 1 ruck for the Hawks by far. It's no worries there. So if you have, you just keep on holding. I rate it there. And Will Day, he's now at 581k, and he's just tunning up for fun right now. Makes that Hawks midfield look so much better too.
Yeah, he does. And the only thing that looks better than the Hawks midfield right now.
Oh, is it Ryan from Astute Newstead?
Oh, it is Ryan from Astute Newstead.
Bang.
Are your rates above 6.2%? Want to buy a home? Maybe you want to refinance or renovate, or maybe you just want to save some coin like the rest of us. Then reach out to Ryan at Astute Newstead for an obligation and cost-free inquiry. His link tree is in the description below. Tree's in the chat.
Tree's in the chat, horse. And you got a Lazio for how well
Lazio. I'll come up with a couple of more soccer teams next week, like Sampdoria and Roma and AC Milan, and I will get it out there.
I've got literally zero idea what you're literally speaking a different language to me right now, horse. I know football, AFL. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Giants and the Baggers. We've had a few guesses
I like this.
here, horse.
I like this.
We've had a few guesses here, and no one's gotten it, horse.
No, so would this be the one? Something about a item of clothing, a garment.
This was the garment. So we've.
I'm going to guess. Oh, you go through that first.
Yeah. So we've had the Dill Buckley. We've had I'm not even going to pronounce that name. That's got me
Christian
stuffed.
Jakes. Yeah.
Cool. Brett Thornton.
No.
The Buckley Cup as well. That's
No.
a no.
So-
The Plowman Cup. No.
Not quite.
No. Reece Palmer. We had him guessed as well. That's a no.
But if I was to say that the garment is a cloak, and
Yes.
I hated a cloak,
Yes.
and we're talking about a forward pocket where a cloak was hated on,
yes.
who would that be?
I believe the exact action was a punch to the face and then a kick to the gooch. And I think we're talking the Graham. I believe we're talking about Satanta O'Halpin, obviously.
Oh, Jesus.
Rubbed out easily. Satanta O'Halpin hates cloaks. So he
Hates cloaks.
And that's where we do the Satanta O'Halpin Cup.
Yes.
Horse, baggers, GWS, Bulldogs, North, next 3. Cripper has been on a tear. 120 disposals in his last 3 games is outrageous.
I hate this because I'm actually seriously considering him given their run home.
No, you can't
Yeah,
be.
I am.
Jeez. I mean,
I really need a point of difference in my league to win it.
And you reckon it's Cripper?
I think it's Cripper. The last 3 weeks, he's gone 39, 41, 41 touches.
Yes, but he's also gone, 120, 99 and 142 Supercoach wise.
Yeah. That's a risk I think I've got to take.
Yep.
This is my upgrade from Matt Rao.
Then I don't mind it in fairness, but I also like Dunkley as well.
I don't have
TDK
the point to go Dunkley.
Damn,
That's
okay.
why, yeah.
There may be. Goulden, Sarong?
Yeah, I want to go Sarong. But I've got to wait and see on Fisher.
Okay, I like Sarong.
Yeah.
TDK missed last week, but hopefully he brings back in because he will absolutely run rings around Kieran Briggs. We know that he is a statue. Charlie Curnow horse at 452K. What are we doing here? Because last week was not great.
No, I'm confident he'll bounce back.
Good. Even though that they won by, 10 goals and Charlie only got a 50 odd.
Ben Miller played the game of his life last week.
I could not agree more there, horse. He's going to be a good backman.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Sam Walsh, though, 140 last week. Is there a chance that Bedford goes to him? I think so, but Walsh will kill him on the outside.
Yep. I agree there. I'm saying if Toby Bedford's going to anyone, cannot be Cripps. There is literally no way it can't be Cripps.
But Carlton's midfield's too big, so he almost has to go to him.
It'll have to be Walsh.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Unless he goes to someone like Nick Newman and quells his defense.
I was going to say Adam Sard.
Yeah, one of the two, yeah.
No, it has to be Sard. Newman's way too big for him.
Okay.
This is not like if he's too big for him. It has to be Sard or it has to be Walsh, and I think it's Walsh. So we'll see how that goes. Giants horse. They have Carlton, Richmond, Suns next 3. Does that give you any hope in Tom Green? Because he's been good the last 2.
I don't want to say it, but I'm actually concerned for Tom Green now that Josh Kelly's out.
I can also see that aspect as well.
When Josh Kelly was out,
I want to be like Josh Kelly.
Ooh. When Josh Kelly was out, Tom Green struggled.
He did.
And since Josh Green's been back, lo and behold, he's gone, 158, 117?
How bad did we just go then? I just called him Tim Kelly and you just called him Josh Green. We're going very well right now.
Did I? Whoops.
Yeah, you called him Josh Green from the Aussie Boomers.
From the Orange team. Sorry.
Yeah, so he definitely just picked it up too. We're going well, mate. Yeah, I agree with that. But the only thing that I will say to that is he was shit in the bed when Kelly and Canelio were both out. Canelio's still there. So that's a promising sign. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. How about my mate, Winnie Blues?
Yo, man. Isn't it great that this game was sponsored by Ryan from Astute News?
Yeah, that's fantastic. It seems to be a happy coincidence each week.
That's 2 in a row.
I know. And you know what? He is definitely averaging over 90.
Yep, he is all over 90. 41 last week.
Yep. So, Hamo,
mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Well done,
553K. He just keeps getting those cheapies off halfback. And we saw that Adam Kingsley said that they are going to try and get the ball in his hands as much as they can. Toby Green, 405K though.
Yep.
Does get up the ground, but can we trust?
No, I can't. I can't trust Toby. There's better forwards, I believe, than that. So I'm not having a crack at that. Flag Dons has just updated us. Winnie Blues averaging 103.7 horse. How good's that?
Oh, love to see it.
Let's get your tips. Get your tips in for the Freo Tigers game at Optus Stadium, boys. Yep. We'll quickly go through a bit of Freo. They have Richmond, Hawthorn, Melbourne next three, which is very, very good for defenders' horse. So that's why we can look at the old CKC boys and we go, how about this? What have we got to look at here?
There is no chance Luke Ryan goes 197 again.
Mate, he can go 197 again.
No.
Here we go. Double ton for Luke Ryan coming up again, mate.
Give me an over or under, and we'll bolt about it.
I'll give you 140. I reckon that's about it.
You just said he's going to double ton it. You've gone 60 under. Weak as piss. Be better.
No, because you're already up on me on the bolter bets. I need to come back. Actually, I think you're up on me by one at the moment.
140. I'm going under.
I'll go over.
Okay. Bolter bet. Again.
Want to shake our cocks on it? I mean, shake our hands on it? What?
So wrong. 137 this time. Last time against the Tigers. Bloke is a jet and no tag coming. Clark still getting tons. So we're running with him still. Young, he's got a good run coming up after a stinker last week. Could be that Aaron Hall from Essendon kind of look-alike, play-alike M9, D7 type of operation. Luke Jackson is into the 400s now, 486K, 72 last week. And I don't like this matchup against Nank or Bolter. So, yeah.
I agree
don't rate that. And Fife and Sharp are both upgrades now. We can't trust them into the back end of the year.
Can absolutely agree with you on that there, mate. For the Cups, Scorched Earth reckons it's the Scorched Earth Cup. Very, very close. I don't mind it. Jono has gone Chris Bond Cup.
I like that.
We got the Troy Simmons Cup, but no.
He was a good player, Troy Simmons.
He was a good player. You're not wrong there at all, mate. But we have got the same cup from last time. It is the Reece Conker Cup. Well done, Skitsy and Kizza. Attaboy.
Conker. Yes.
Love to say that from the Conk.
He's a runner somewhere now, I think, Reece Conker.
Yeah, I think is he Melbourne? He is. He's Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yep, he's the D's. Get your tips in for the D's and the Eagles Cup to come in as well. I'm going to conquer the World Cup. Beautiful work there, Deadly. For the Tigers. Look, Horse, I could not give two stuffs about any of them. I'm off every single Tigers player. They're not showing anything. I don't like it. The only one is Nank, but we're not subbing him for, one of the Gorn or Grundy or TDK. So, they've got Freo, GWS, and Port Adelaide in the next three, Horse. Velasquez now at 397K, which is outrageous. Short's at 422. Bolton's at 405. And I couldn't give a stuff. I'm off him.
Yep. You know who I'm on?
Who's that?
The next game. So Sunday, the early game. Yeah. I'm not talking about Richmond. They have fucking shit the bed this week, this year. I don't care.
Yep.
Play for a draft pick. North Melbourne is still getting the number one pick. Help yourselves with the number two pick, Richmond. Dusty's going to Gold Coast. You've had your run. Flag Dons. Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
I had to say something nice about us. So the Sunday early game, I wish it was the Craig Turley Cup, Chris, but it's not because this one could be one that's happened in the past.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Horse.
For those of you that have not seen this clip, I encourage you, when you finish this podcast,
my favorite,
to click into YouTube and this bloke versus Brendan Lade. He gives this bloke a bit of a push and shove, sticks the hands up, and then when Brendan Lade turns around, he runs off like a little girl.
I've never seen someone actually like chase someone on the footy field. Like Brendan Lade wanted him bad.
He wanted to monster him. Yeah.
That's why it's my favorite thing when we talk about yes, boys, it is the Kale Morton Cup. Well done. Also, quick shout out to you, Sam. That's your first time guessing in the cups and getting one. Well done, mate.
Love
I
that.
like that. Love to see that. Attaboy.
Right, that's Samuel.
Beautiful work there, mate. Yeah, so for the D's.
Oh, I like this.
Better last week. They were better last week.
Yep.
They've got the Eagles, Bombers, Dockers. Next three coming up. Not too shabby. Maxi Gorn horse.
Yep.
Although the Eagles give up the most amount of Supercoach points to Ruckman this year, Max Gorn genuinely actually doesn't score very well against the Eagles. He hasn't got the last time they played, he scored 109. The three before that, he didn't ton up.
Okay.
Something about it, he just doesn't like playing the Eagles.
Yeah, right. Against Bailey Williams.
That was against Bailey Williams only this year, yes. And so it's very interesting for Gorney. So
very interesting, isn't it?
Could be his bounce back game because he played like shit last week. So
well, I was thinking this might be my captaincy game, but maybe not.
In fairness, Gorn doesn't normally play two bad games in a row, and I reckon that will take it. And I reckon he'll probably pull his finger out and have an absolute crack.
Well, I was going to say him for my C option this week, and I was going to land 170 this week. And just because Deadly said fade Gorn, I'm going to raise that to 175. Viney, he's been good of late without track, but doesn't have the massive upside. Although with Rao being poor at 480, it could be a nice little sideways trade if you trust Viney more.
Now, he's had the 2 tons without track. I've seen worse options, Horse. That's what I'm saying. And he's stepping himself up to be the number 1 midfielder because Clary's been crap. Speaking of Clary being crap, here's Clary. God, he needs something. We need to get onto the Heidelberg doctor to give something up him because he really, really needs it. 101 last week, which is better.
Yep.
124, 121 his last 2 against the Eagles, Horse. So we'll see how this goes. Yo could nullify him, though. Or Jimby. No, not Jimby. Reed and McCallie are back. Yo, if anything. So we'll see how that goes.
I still don't like him.
Yeah,
you can still go sideways from Clary to Rosé, and I like that a lot more.
I like that too. It depends on trades, though, mate. Rivers, he's in the midfield, which is good, but last week's 58 does hurt, but I still think that he can get around the mark. And Cossie Pickett have an absolute game of his life last week, Horse. 5 goals, absolutely slaughtered them early. 122. Any chance we can trust there, Horse? Does he tickle your fancy? Because he does get the CBAs. He does rotate through the middle. Cossie Pickett.
No.
Well said, sir.
Thank you.
Let's go on to the Eagles and get your tips in for the Swans versus the Saints. What is the clue there, Horse? No, but we wait. That's a teaser. Teaser for people to look at the clues if need be. You talk to me about the Eagles.
Okay. And believe it or not, there's more to talk about at the Eagles than what there is the Richmond Footy Club.
Yeah,
so we've got Puddin McGovern, thumb injury last week. So he's a watch, but 132 the last time he played against the Ds and does play fairly solidly against them. Leon Diggin the Duggan, 472k. Duggan! Good run coming up, but his high scores just don't look to be there when we're talking about primos down back. Elliot. Yep, I'm still happy with him. He struggled last week, but he will be less shit this week, and he will be better.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to wipe the tears away. W train.
The W's into a frown.
Oh, no.
Oh, it hurts.
Please be okay.
The W train's derailed, Horse. The knees,
I don't like
the
it.
knees hurt. I hate to see this. Man, that was playing so well. I hate that. Harley Reid, 441k. Yeah. 138 last time against the D's, Horse. So if you still have, now's not the week to upgrade.
No.
But would you be looking at upgrading Harley after?
Maybe. Let's see how he goes this week against Melbourne, who we dominated against last time. And ladies and gentlemen, this will be the only podcast that you listen to where Campbell Chesser still gets a mention in round fucking 17 of an AFL Supercoach season. And your answer to Campbell Chesser, Mr. Skiddy, is?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Because
Not a
he
good
is
dead
still
chance.
shit.
Not a chance. Nope.
Nope.
No Campbell Chesser.
Nope.
Wait, nope.
Nuh-uh.
Sunday mid-game horse. We have the Swannies taking on the Saints. We've seen the human Swans because they did lose last week, horse. So maybe they're gettable for the Saints.
No.
The Cup.
Ooh.
The Cup, lads.
There's a few good guesses in here.
There's some ripping guesses here. The Tony Plugger Lockett Cup.
Yep.
The Spider Everett Cup. He's already been a cup, though.
Think more of a
The Trent Dennis Lane Cup.
think more of a right hook kind of operator.
The clue was he'd be perfect on a stakeout. That's because he knocks Brent Staker out cold. It is the big, bad, bustling Barry Hall Cup. Yeah. Good old Bazza. God, he did some good stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh.
When he punched out Staker, you remember when he got Scott Thompson in a headlock and then 3 North Melbourne players had to try and get him off of him?
Yeah, and couldn't.
No, he's an absolute menace. He's a big, bustling, bad Bazza.
Yeah.
Absolute menace in the heart at a time. Oh, my goodness gracious.
No,
mate.
go again. Have another go.
No, I'm done with what I said because I don't
Okay.
want Barry to come after me. It's too big. For the Saints, Swans, Adelaide, Eagles, next 3, horse. Any love for Jack Steele?
Heaps.
Heaps of love
Of
for Jack
no
Steele.
love. Nah.
Good. Smart. I like that.
No. Jack Steele, if he was an injured racehorse, would be probably being put down right now.
Yeah, he needs to pull his tackling up.
He needs to
much.
kick more too.
Yep. And it's just not a good combination. We're saying the same thing with goddamn Matt Rao. So we need to see that bumped up. Marshall, low ruck contests. No. We don't
No.
like to see that. Get Campbell out. Out.
We hate that.
Yeah. So I'm not a fan of that. You know who I'm a fan of, though, horse?
Tell me.
Sinclair.
Oof. You shouted him out a few weeks ago, mate. He is your man. I don't want to steal your thunder.
That's all right. We're a team here. We're a team here, horse. We are a team here. Sinclair, I reckon he's got a perfect role halfback.
He is the number 1 Supercoach player and averages 142 over the past 3 weeks. He's definitely someone, if you can bring him in, to bring in.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the Wang,
I
would still hold on to him. His ceiling's probably not as high as Sinclair, but I'm still holding him.
Yep, I can see that too. And Shipbloke Showmakers, he's on the bobble. Great downgrade option. In fairness, just that he's a flog.
Mm-hmm.
Get your tips in for the Brisbane versus the Crom as well for the
please.
last one, boys. Let's finish on a good note and push well into next week. You're only as good as you finish your last game, as they always say.
Yep.
Good job,
Like
mate.
North Melbourne last year.
So true, mate. Shut up. You shut up in your face. Swans, how's this for a run? Saints, North, but then the big one, Brisbane.
Oof.
Can't wait to say that one.
Yeah.
Who does Windhager go to this week? Because you can
Steele.
pick 5 of them. No.
Oh, he plays in the same
Windhager.
team.
Yeah, he does. Weak as piss, be better horse.
Frothies are going straight to my head. He will go to Heaney when Heaney's on ball. I reckon he may even go to Goulden.
On the wing.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the running capabilities to be able to keep up with
He's the
Goulden on
best
wing.
He's the best runner at St Kilda. He won their time trials in the preseason.
Whoa, who? Marcus Windhager?
Mm-hmm.
Are you forgetting about Darcy Wilson?
Beat him.
No. Oh, wait, sorry. On time trial, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
He is elite with his fitness. Yep.
Okay. But Goulden's spec, Goulden is... Goulden's a different breed.
He is. Yeah.
Thank you. Wilson was second. Yep, I thought Wilson was up there. I'll probably say Heaney, and then I reckon he'll go to the bleached arsehole. That's what I reckon. Grundy, last time solo rucking against Rowan Marshall, 124, and that was in his Collingwood days. Hopefully we see something like that again this time. Goulden, 95 last week. That's all right. I think he'll be absolutely
okay.
fine. No worries there. Bleached arsehole, though, Horse. Where do you go with the bleached arsehole?
No, I haven't considered him all year. Yeah. We had a conversation probably a month ago where we were tossing up between Goulden and the bleached, and we said Goulden, and it is 100% still Goulden. Yep. I am not touching the bleach rectum with any part of anyone's body. The frilled neck lizard himself, Nick Blakey, is someone that I'm very intrigued in. 148 last week, and Saints give up a lot of points to half backs. Can we have a look at 517k?
I think we can. I think we can have a look at the lizard.
I'm getting more interested, but Callum Mills coming back and training cross halfback really deters me.
That is a very, very good point, actually. Yeah, I think which is how good they can be, but I mean, he is bloody good there. So we'll put it down to let's probably go other ways just because of the Callum Mills one there. Last game of the round, Horse.
Yep.
Brisbane versus the Crom at the Gabba.
I see some correct guesses in here too.
Yep, I see it too, mate. Unfortunately, Corey, you've gone 1 of 9, mate. Don't worry about that. You will pull back and be better than that.
He'll be better next week. He got 6 of 9 last week.
But yes, it is the Cameron Ellis Yellman Cup.
This Colesy bloke, he's all over it, isn't he?
Cole's all up there, 100%. Matrix has no idea what he's doing, but thanks for joining us, mate. Get that piece of shit off the screen. For Brisbane, Adelaide, West Coast, Sydney, next 3. This is the same 2 things. I say this good run for Brisbane, and then they play Sydney, and then say the good matchup for Sydney, and then they play Brisbane in the next 3. I was like, nearly there.
Yuck.
Nearly there. Dunks, Horse, Dunkley.
Love it.
Tell me, are you so confident with him?
Yes. If I had enough money, I'd bring him in, 100%.
I like that. I like that too from Matt Rao. You prefer him over Lockie Neal?
Yes.
Now,
Dunkley is far less of a tag risk.
Correct, but Neal's less of a defensive risk.
True. But Adelaide, maybe Berry goes to Neal. West Coast, I don't think anyone goes to him. Sydney, Rowbottom probably goes to Neal.
Yep, Jordan.
Yeah, so I like Dunkley more.
That was my last question, actually. Do you reckon James Jordan goes to Jack Sinclair because they have no one else that's even remotely damaging?
That's a fucking good shout.
Yeah, and that's got me a little bit worried now that after I thought that thought, which is yeah. So that's one to look at there. But yeah, I agree with you there as well. Zorko is just solid as hell in our forward line, so happy with keeping him. Danaher, I like this matchup for Joe. I reckon he can do some damage this week and next. So we'll keep a watch there on Joe, but I think there's better forward options now. And the sandwich maker, 306K. I understand if you want to upgrade that 306, he's got to break even at 20. So I don't hate it and I don't love it either way. You can just take your pickings there, Horse. You like anything from the Crom?
Rankin? 578k, what's a lot to pay, but he is such a good forward option. Splits his time between mid and forward. He's a goal-kicking threat each week. 121 last week, and if his hamstrings stay together, I like it a lot more than Laird.
Yep.
And a lot more than Dawson.
Laird not being off of the halfback and honestly gets stuffed in my eyes. So up yours, Nick. That really annoys me. They have Brisbane, St Kilda, and Essendon in the next 3 also.
Oh, Adelaide have got Essendon again.
Yes.
Can't wait for Draper to fucking win it for us again.
Oh, my God. So you deserve what happened to you against Geelong.
Lick my swingers. And if you've got Dowling, hold on to him. 171k. Jobs security is strong and he will continue to make you coin.
Yeah. Dawson, no. Too inconsistent.
Nah.
Can't get around it, unfortunately.
Matrix talking NRL. When he dies, he wants the Broncos to carry him out so they can let him down one more time.
The Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah. What sport do they play?
NFL.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Denver Broncos.
You just don't understand football, Horse.
Yeah. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for the teams for this week. Now what we do is we get into our buy, hold, and sell, and captain's choices. So let's buy.
Target acquired.
Right now, Skiddy, it's time to get your team premoed out, isn't it?
Yep. Premoed out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It should be a whole team of primos by now. So that's what we're looking for if you need to make any of those ones. You downgrade to these lower price guys. Evans, Showmakers, Humphreys. They're our main ones that we want to be targeting.
100%.
But guys that we can look in for. I've got a couple from each position here if people still need them. Caldwell, 127 last week, horse. He's looked all right against the Pies. Paris worries me. I'm not sure they're in the forward line. Or who's your man that you'd rather bring in for the forwards if you have the cash?
If I had the cash, unlimited cash, and I had to pick one, I would pick Isaac Rankin.
Yeah.
578, splits his time forward and mid. He's quite a dynamic player, and you can see that Matthew Nicks loves the ball in his hands. So I'm not a big Adelaide fan, but he's a very ideal Supercoach option for us if you have the cash and if his hamstrings stick together for the remainder of the year. Someone I do like that's flying under the radar, but has got a new role in the last couple of weeks is Sam de Koning, Skiddy. At 365K and a break even of 10. If you've got the trades, is this someone that you could take a risk on?
I'm going to probably take a risk on him. Yeah, I like his upcoming run against Hawthorn, Collingwood, and Western Bulldogs. So I like that matchup there for SDK. It just depends if he stays in the ruck, which I think he will. I think they're trying to showcase him and trying to convince him that he can be the main ruck going down there like he wants to do. Horse, if there's one midfielder I want or that I'd have in my team, I think it's Caleb Sarong. I love the run coming up. I love the run home. I love what he's able to produce. I like this matchup as well. Coming up for the Dockers against the Tigers. He had 137 last time against them. He's just a jet. He's unbelievable. Even if he gets tagged, he can still put up scores.
It sounds so wrong that we're talking about him as a buy option at this time of year, but it is so right that you need him in your team. So this guy's a genuine jet. And at, what is he, 550 something K right now? I feel like this is as cheap, if you do not have him, that you're going to get him for the remainder of this year.
The reason why I love him so much, Horse, is because even if he gets tagged, he genuinely can still get Supercoach scores. We've seen with Merritt, he can go to like the 80s. Neil can get completely tagged out of a game. Clary's nothing. But Sarong can still do damage around the ground.
100%, mate. Time to find out who we're selling, mate. All right, so it's time to upgrade your mid prices, guys, and then you've just got to get your primos in, don't you, Skiddy?
Yep, that's 100% right there, Horse. It's time to upgrade the likes of, let's say, like Kyle Lomans, Darcy Wilson, W Train, unfortunately. And then, so these are the kind of guys that we want to go, even though I've said Darcy Wilson's been a trade-out option for about 5 weeks now, but that's okay. Players that are primos or were primos, Horse, that have gone down a fair amount that we are starting to worry about. One is Matt Rao. Him on the wing just does not get it done.
Hate it. He is an in and under beast who gets his points from contested possessions and tackles. You play someone whose strengths are contested ball and tackles on a wing where you're relied to basically run up and down the ground, almost on a treadmill sometimes, aka Jeremy Sharp, and he's not going to score well. So if you've got him, unfortunately, it's a time to sell. If you're running low on trades, you've just got to hold him and hope it changes, but I do not like the role that he has at the moment. Someone else who I don't like the role of, and that's Luke Jackson from Freo, mate.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more there, mate. The only thing I will say about Marau is that could have been matchup dependent against Collingwood. We'll see how he goes against North here. Jackson, Darcy, we've been saying it for so long. Darcy kills him. And I just can't see where he gets these massive scores from anymore. He's just going down the ranks as well in the forwards. I feel like there's other forwards that are able to have a better crack at it than him.
Yeah.
You know who I'm selling, Horse? Every single Tigers player. I'm off.
This is the first time we've had a full football club on the sell list.
Nah, I'm done.
Everyone's
They
gone.
got no value, and even the guys that do have value, they've been shit. So I'm done on them.
Do you know what they get?
Brother, what's that?
Yeah, 100%, Horse. Could not agree more. But you tell me about your man, or who he was your man. He's not anymore. Tell me about the Sexton.
Nah, piss him off. Get rid of him, unless you need a warm body this week.
It is North as well. Let's remember that.
Yeah, North to win. $3.10. Get on it.
My boy, I love when you talk dirty to me. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
The rotations are fluctuating though, so it's hard.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Blight's also a good shout, Deadly.
Yeah,
for
I
a
like
downgrade
Blight.
option. Yeah.
So we've spoken about who we're buying. We've spoken about who we're selling.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty important that we talk about who we should hold. What are we holding?
Agates.
Okay.
Agates.
So-
Agates are another word for nuts.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So, Skiddy, when we're talking about guys you can hold, there are certain mid prices who we think that you should sell this week, but there are a couple of mid prices that we could potentially hold in order to make more cash for the back end of the year, mate.
Yeah, mate. And there's three guys that I've identified, and that we both think that can still make cash, especially coming up these games. Revel, the sandwich maker, he's got a break even of 20. He's about 306k. I think he can make a little bit more that we can just juice out of him. Joe Richards, one more week, he's got a break even of 3 or -3. It's one of the two.
Okay.
So I think Joe Richards can just be a hold this week against Essendon, as long as he's not the sub. If he's the sub, we bail out bloody quickly and get rid of him. Will Graham from Gold Coast, if you still have him, it's not the week to sell him coming up against North Melbourne if he is playing. So I like all those three guys. Warner or Biggie, a chance of coming back, says Armored Frog. I don't think so.
No.
Definitely not Biggie. Biggie is definitely not coming back.
Biggie's absolutely done, isn't he, mate?
Griffin Logue could be coming back this week for North, so there's a chance of that. And then he's done.
Yeah. That'll do us for who we're holding this week, ladies and gentlemen, because we are talking about getting our teams to primo as quickly as we can. And if you're not there yet, it has to be in the next couple of weeks.
Horse, you've seen these from Deadly, by the way?
What's that?
Have you been seeing these buy, hold,
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
Deadly?
Yeah, I've started a few, so I'm going to bring them up soon.
Oh, fantastic. Good.
Yeah.
Because they're elite.
Yeah, he's doing okay, the boy. Don't mind his stuff.
He always does. He's hilarious.
You know what? He might even make this list.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
I'm watching out for a multi that Deadly's going to put in our chat in the Discord that we'll bring up in our punters chat later on, mate.
I'm watching out for Kiss's Gat. That's what I'm watching out for.
Yeah, we like that. And there has been a mention of that during this podcast that we'll bring up later as well, mate. But at the top of my watch list this week, it is how the operations work in the Essendon backline. Is it Ridley? Is it Martin? Is it Redmond? Or is it Laverde? Who's scoring points? Like, it's all over the place at the moment.
I knew the Essendon backline was completely up to shit when Laverde went 120. That's when I pull it and go, hang on a second here. So, that's. I really want to see if there is any juice that we can get out of it, but I'm starting to worry about Ridley just in that aspect. But I think this is going to be a good one for Collingwood because Collingwood's forward line ain't great. We have to remember it's not the they don't have any tall timbers, they don't have massive options down there. So this is where Essendon's backline could really go. All right, there, Horse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the Gold Coast midfield's rotation because we saw
especially the Diddley,
and especially Matt Rao. Oh, we got to stop saying that because that's doing me in. There's a lot that's going on there. So I want to see the rotation. I want to see if that was just because of the Collingwood matchup or if they're going to stick with it. Because in the last North game, Diddley was completely off of halfback and it was just Rowell, Anderson and Miller with a bit of Will Graham thrown in there. Gotcha. So that's what I really want to watch to see if it's just that Collingwood game or if this is how they're going to move going forward.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because Matt Rowell can get stuffed.
Yeah, I can just get in the bin for all I care. Something else that can get in the bin is Laird not off half back. We want him at half back for the remainder of the year.
Yep, agreed. Absolutely agreed. If not, then bugger him. And I'm going to keep an eye out on all the taggers that we have this week, Horse. Will Phillips could go to Diddley or Tuk Tuk. So we're going to watch that there. I think Bedford, if he's going to tag, the only option is Walsh. James Jordan, I would guess that the only player that they would be worried about would be Jack Sinclair off of halfback, because can't see it being Steele, and I would absolutely shit myself if it's Paddy Dow. You could not tag a least damaging midfielder.
No, can't be.
No.
Can't be.
No, mate.
So, mate, do you want to get cracking with your captains?
Yeah, let's get some cappies.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Hit us with your best shot, mate. You have done some fair digging this week, and
As
you
always.
brought up some pretty good numbers here, mate, that I think the ladies and gentlemen at home are going to want to hear.
You know what, Horse? I'm not normally like the most confident person that toots my own horn, but I don't think my captain's choices rarely miss. Unless there's a complete out there, I at least get one of them that's at least, up there in the top 5, I reckon. So keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen. This will be helping you here. Bontempelli, 3 times, 120 plus last 3 against Port Adelaide, and he was unbelievable last week, in great form. Max Gawn, I'm putting on here, Horse, because the Eagles do give up the most Supercoach points to rucks. Gawn doesn't play well against the Eagles, but you know what Max Gawn also doesn't do? Play 2 shit ones in a row. And last week was crap. I feel like this could be a Gawny one. One that I would really like to do, Horse, and that is Luke Ryan from Fremantle. He had 197 last time against the Tigs.
Fade CKC.
I don't care. Ryan is going to go well this week against Richmond again. But also too, this man too, Horse. Caleb Sarong is going to have a blinder.
Sounds so right. Sounds so right. And Richmond give up the most amount of points to mids. And it's in WA.
Even better, Horse. Love to see that. Nick Dacos, 128, 145 last 2 against the Bombers. He loves playing against the Bombers in these big games. As does Zach Merritt, 123 times his last 3 times against the Pies. So we love to see that. I'm going to put this one in here on form alone, Horse. And how can I look past Josh Dunkley? Because Dunkley's been amazing as of late.
Quad double last week.
And this man, Horse.
The chips.
Paddy Cripps, 142 on form. He's been unbelievable. I can see him having another big one, especially without Josh Kelly in there for the Giants. And if Walsh gets tagged, it's going to be another Cripps show.
Absolutely, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for captain's choices this week. If you want to know the best teams to score against when we're talking defense, mid, rucks, or forwards, jump into our Discord. Skiddy has done a power of research, and you will find this very interesting. So if you're not already in the Discord, the description is below. Jump in, and he will provide these in our Discord, and that will give you premium access to the teams or players that you're going to want in the next couple of weeks, where teams or players do score well against these teams, and even teams that don't allow scores as well. So you're not bringing in a potential primo to play against a team that does not give up points very easily.
I do more work on this than Andrew Dillon does watching the umpiring this year. I'll tell you that. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that.
That's huge. Mate, before we get into our questions, I think it's only fair that we bring up Kiz's Gap.
Here comes the money!
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money!
If you lads like winning coin, you'll be getting into the Punters Club section of our Discord and having a look at Kiz's GAT, which stands for Goal Kicking Heightened Accumulation Tendencies, or Kiz's GAT for short, where he finds the best players that are out of position to be able to score the most amount of goals, to be able to ride that train and win us some coin. We also get the boys that come in with the quick little money doublers. They normally hit, which is fantastic to see. We have big multis, small multis. You bet as much as you like. Can be $1, $5, $10, $100.
I'm a $5 man.
Yeah, yep. I'm a 10 or a 20er. We just, all we like to do is just ride these together. So just come on in, say good day, throw in your slips, whatever you want to do. We just like to win them together. And as we always say, Horse, you bet within your means, and you
And?
Lockie Bramble responsibly.
I will never make that mistake again. You will always Lockie Bramble responsibly, and you can only
Damn
bet
straight.
what you can afford
Damn
to
straight.
lose.
Yeah, we got
Skiddy,
Deadly in the tennis actually as well in there, which is
oh,
actually pretty nice.
he loves the tennis, doesn't he?
He nailed it too.
Skiddy, we've got 50 questions started, so we better get cracking.
Bang it.
It's question time. Let's answer your questions for the week ahead.
We still need
Let's
that.
go
Biden.
right. So I've gone right to the top, mate. So if there's any new ones down below, I'll have to
I got
rely
you.
on you once we get to the end.
I got
But our man that rarely, actually never misses, Jonas.
you. Yeah.
Pickles is the kind of bloke to hear Skiddy's roast of Laura Kane and march down AFL House to get himself some and suffer severe carpet burn in the process.
I was out the front of the Channel 7 studios this morning, and I was just like, Laura Kane, where are you? Be better.
She needs to be a lot better. You see last week, 2 weeks ago, how she came out and said, look, we're going to do this all year. We're going to come out. We're going to talk about the umpiring. And then 2 weeks later, the AFL like, you made an absolute fool of yourself, love. Just stay inside.
Yeah, don't do that. We're happy to talk about it when it's North, that we're on the end of it, the bad end of it. But when there's other teams, no. We're not having that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Deadly brings up a good point here. I'm going to run through the Supercoach Guns NFL League again. If you're into NFL, we've got an NFL comp running. So DM us and we'll get you involved in that.
Yeah, Guns and Maverick are going fantastic. They are flying.
Yeah, aren't they? Jonas the Goat. Pickles is the kind of bloke who watched the presidential mass debate thinking Trump and Biden were a bickering married couple.
I'll tell you, I could not give a stuff about their golf swings. Could not care less, Horse.
That Biden bloke seriously looked like he's going to die.
Oh, I've got a good thing about Biden.
Yeah.
That's my Joe Biden impersonation.
Well done. I thought you'd
Thank
actually stalled there. Well
Thank
done.
Thank you.
Slim, how you doing,
G'day,
mate?
Slim.
Thanks
How
for
you
joining us. Paul Vards, our man. How are you, Paulie? Full premium team with 5 trades left. Only 3 live bodies on the bench. Do I trade in live bodies or save trades for sideways across primos? Cheers. Save your trades, brother. You've got 3 players on the bench generating you coin. You've got 5 trades left. You've got a full team of primos. If everyone's playing, hold, mate. Including this week, you've got 8 rounds left. You've got finals. No doubt you're doing well in your league, mate. Hold on, because there may be games coming up where people might be rested. You know, you've got North Melbourne and West Coast and Richmond who are vying for the top or bottom 3 picks or the top picks in the draft. You've got Sydney who are 3 games clear on top and may start resting players as well. So hold those trades, brother.
Yep, I absolutely agree there, Horse. You bang on the money.
Talk two.
Talk two. Talk two.
He gets one.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
There you go. He
one.
deserves it, though. He comes up with some good stuff.
Oh, buddy, oath.
Jasper, our man Jasper. How you doing, brother? Where does the North tags go this week, Skiddy?
I would be saying it's either tuk or it's the Diddley. They're the 2 that I would assume. You can't go to Flanders.
No. 2 games at 145. Only saving grace is you have options if Kelly is on 1 game.
I don't, because I'm going to have to watch the North game. So I'm not happy about that if it's North, which it will be.
Do you know what? If it is the North game, I am going to be at the mother and father-in-law's this weekend, but I'll take my tablet and my gear. So if Kelly Underwood's on, I'll jump on, I'll start a feed, and we'll just talk shit during the game, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll sort that.
I love that, mate. Absolutely.
Bryce, lads, is Fisher going to play this weekend? I fucking hope so.
Yeah, I
What do
really
you think,
hope so too. I think there's a world where Colin McKercher is saying that he's right to go, and I reckon he'll just be like a 1-for-1 trade of 1-for-1 likeness swap in for Fisher this week. So we'll just have to wait and say. I will let you guys know in the Discord when I hear more.
Our man Ian Johnson, is Andrew Dillon the reincarnation of Joe Biden? Both have no idea what they're talking about.
It's got me stuffed how he thinks the umpires are doing a good job, mate.
Andrew Dillon is like that manager that's never done a day in the trenches, but's there for all the accolades. Yep. We all have those people at work. Fucking can't stand those guys. Our man, the GOAT, Gorm will be having an early Father's Day present this year. 100. That's what I said, 175.
Oh, interesting. You said that video You see that video of Gorn on the bike with his kid, and his kid was singing
Yeah, I
the
did.
Carlton theme song?
Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
God. That kid's helmet would be coming off so quickly if that was Martin. No, you don't sing
Nope.
that crap.
Ian Johnson, upsize Zinger Box, lads. Subscribe for the lads. What a man. Good
Oh,
on you, Ian.
well done. Thank you, Ian.
And the
It's so right.
BBL
What
is
it?
coming, my man.
And get a zinger on the side as well. Extra burger. It doesn't even cost that much.
Angeline, Bruce, I can't
Ange.
watch the pod tonight because but looking forward to the replay in the morning. Many of my Uber Premios need weakest piss be better. Rocket Skiddy. Sarong, Zeret, Houston, English. I'm firmly looking at you.
I'll do a little one for you there. It's just because I'm feeling pretty generous at the moment. Sarong, Merritt, Houston, English. Can't be as shit as last week. Weak as piss. Be better.
Good.
Got you.
Enjoying the banter, everyone. And don't forget to smash the like button. Good luck for round 17. What a lady.
Atta girl. We love to see
And
that.
hey, legends, would you trade the bleached one in? I love that she's just jumping straight in and calling nicknames here in order to pull Dacos into the midfield and grab Sinclair. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He's not working out as a pod, but should I hold him? No.
Yeah.
Jordan tag coming for Sinclair? Potentially.
Potentially, yes, absolutely. So you could
But
wait
I'd still
another
get rid
week.
of him because Sinclair overall is going to score more than the bleached one.
Can absolutely say that. Can wait a week as well if need be.
Pickles is the kind of bloke who thinks the best line since sliced bread is Kelly Underwood starring as the meat in the sandwich.
I don't know. Yeah, let's move on from that one. But all I say is anything with Kelly Underwood is a no.
I do like sandwiches. He won't play enough forward in. We're talking about Pickles here. He won't play enough forward with the forward line Ken's running. He's finally playing Lord over Dixon. You know what? And this is our man who knows a lot about the Port Adelaide Footy Club here.
Yep.
I'm gonna back my man in here and say just spot on the money.
Yep, I'll agree to that too.
Watched Evans off the ball. He was barking orders at the likes of Jones to get into position. It was brilliant. Good. Love to see it.
Not enough young guys do that. I love to see that. Use your voice. It's one of the most powerful weapons you have in footy.
Absolutely. Our man Skids Fitz, who's currently sitting 500th overall. Sweet. Ruined my season. Well, I ruined it by trading Grundy. Oh, poor bloke. Sometimes they're hit and misses, mate. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Gents, how are we? No question from me. Today's horse kindly answered it to no worries, brother. Thank you for joining us anyway. You're a good man. Kizza finds value better than the oldies on Antiques Roadshow.
Mate, there's a great pump up because they do some absolute outstanding work. I can't believe some of the stuff that they say, like they find in there. Oh, here's a medal from 1560. Oh, that's going to be worth 400 grand.
You know what? And Ahmed Frey brings up a good point here. If anyone jags all the cups, they should get Maxie's footy from your front yard.
I can't do that to Max. Don't you dare insinuate that I'd give away Max's footy. I've never
I think it's your weekly reminder to give Maxie a shout out, mate.
Max, come on, mate. Come get the footy. It's still sitting there for you. It's still there. The dog's not going to bite. Kev's a good boy. He can't get to you anyway. Come get the footy, Max.
Going to have to send out a public service announcement soon. Very good statistical data here from our man that loves to take the PI55. Dylan Moore is the free kick king, on track to have the biggest differential in the history of the game. He has received 141 free kicks for and only 42 against for his career.
Wow, I would not have penciled him in there, but, makes sense. Jack Ginnivan's on his team, so he's been getting.
And then more of Jonas. Pickles is the kind of bloke who thinks Toby Bedgord got his name from sleeping on a bed of nails.
Oh, well,
I like it.
Not bad.
Okay. Hear me out here. If the cone stays down back and does become a decent forward gamble, feels like Bevo is pimping up his trade value. Good point.
He looked bloody good, but the one thing I would say about that, Ahmed, is that was against North. So if he does stay down there this week against Port, then and he plays well, then we can definitely start having a look at the cone.
Deadly. Someone put a soccer ball at Massimo's foot. Get him on the Marconi Stallions.
I'll leave that to you.
Horse doesn't get footy.
How about that? That's not a hashtag. Come on.
Yeah. Weak as piss. Be better, mate. Be better.
There's no hurt feelings. Right.
Yeah, I know. Oh. Picksnort are going to ton up again this week. Nah,
he's high on Clary. Okay. I can see Clary getting a ton this week.
He's higher than Clary. What Clary is high.
Oh, well, exactly right. That's why Clary's not getting these 130s anymore because he's off
100%. Kizza, I've got some gats for you this week, Skiddy. Post them in the Discord later. How
like
can
the
you
tease.
not like that? I love that.
I like the tease. That's what we like to say. Get in the gats.
My bank account and my Sportsbet account is ready to go green, brother. So let's do it.
Hey, Cam Rayner last week and Jordan DeGoey and someone else who I forgot.
Yep. The sandwich maker is well and truly ready after how much Breville cooked last week.
Oh, yeah.
I see what you did there.
It's almost well done. I'm not going to lie to you.
Tell you what I'm not buying. The umpiring is the best it's ever been. What a Yep.
Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
Ian Johnson, Rao to Dunkley and Wilson to Humphreys. Yep, I'd do that.
Yep, love that. Yep.
Jonas,
I would go Sarong.
sorry.
I'd go Sarong, though, if you don't already have.
40 trades is plenty, but Supercoach should have locked everyone's last 5 trades for the final 6 weeks to keep people engaged all season. You know what, mate? I actually agree with you because when you're talking NBL and BBL, you've got max trades all year. And the Herald Sun and whichever newspaper it is that runs Supercoach make money off people staying engaged for the year. So I'm all about having 2 trades each round for the year. Yeah, it takes away some of the, I guess, the skill at the start to get your picks right, but it keeps people engaged for the year. So I actually rate that comment.
I don't mind it if they do something along the lines of like, the couple of rounds after the bye round, once the teams are all once you've got your teams kind of sorted, you lock them out for a couple of weeks or you lock one, let it go, lock one, let it go. Don't mind that way of looking at it because then it would, keep them engaged and it's also a bit more strategy.
We are selling Richmond, not named Blotch. Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yep, correct. Yep. Bang on the money there, Deadly. You got us.
Ian Johnson, Sexton 120 this week. You know what, Ian?
Unders.
If Sexton scores 120 this week, as soon as we start the pod next week, I'll scull a beer.
Oh, damn.
I am that confident. I'll probably still do it anyway, but I am that confident that will not happen.
Also like that.
Speaking of sells, are we going to sell our merch? Buy my merch.
Buy my merch.
Go.
Go to the Insight Fantasy Sports Discord score. The link is in the description. Go buy that. We have a heap of good stuff, like the hat you see right now on my head, like the beanie that you see right there on that beautiful horse's head, and like this jumper that you see that I'm wearing right now. Fantastic. It also comes in light blue.
Yep, and maroon.
And another, thank you. There's another color. So we have options now, Horse. We're expanding. And also, too, for God's sake, go out and buy the Weakest Piss Be Better hoodie. You want to, and if you don't, then you'll be looking at getting a rocket. I'll tell you that much. I will give you. I will cone anyone. I'll do it. All right? I don't care. I'll cone anyone.
You've got prize for coning anyone. Yes. Buy Lloyd Meek this week if you want a guaranteed 160. Then sell him to Tom de Koning next week. Enjoy.
Oh, jeez. Unlimited trades, but I like it.
Speaking of holds, our merch is something that you're going to want to have a chokehold on. Buy my merch.
Buy my merch.
And you know what? I'll let you read this one.
Oh, people will stop and watch you when you're doing all your work in our merch. Buy my merch. It's just going to be done. What's that code? Wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I finished off the cone of the week and said buy my merch after I coned Laura Kane. Yep, fair enough.
Is Fife and Impy a hold? No.
Sells. Yes. Both sells. Impy, you could get away with that for a bit.
Is Bont in an injury cloud? If so, 160 incoming. Yep, you're right. I want Jordan Clark VC into C Zorko. Ballsy.
Very ballsy with some of the other options that we have around, and I'd take Luke Ryan over Jordan Clark this week.
We've got people wanting to know, Skiddy, are you going to the North game next weekend at Marvel?
Nah, mate, I'm building me veranda.
How long till we see you at the footy?
I was going to go this week, actually, but I need to build the veranda. Other than that, I'm going to have to see where the next North home game is. Actually, I promised the Hugs and Kisses roommate that I'm going to take her to a Freo game because her favourite player is Fifey. So I might go to a Freo game.
Okay.
We'll see. Oh, Corey's at the North game this week. What a man! Give us all the stuff. From that. The other hard thing is, Horse, I can't go to a game. I have to watch every game, so it's bloody hard for me to go to a game. Then I miss the first.
I think we've got to get to a game, and we'll put it in the chat in our Discord. The game that we're going to, and let the people at home join us, mate, for a couple of frothies. Libba to Butters, or do Port even it up with Drew to Libba to mitigate? Probably not.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. I reckon it's just going to be they'll run it. Libba might light tag defensive side of the forward, but I wouldn't say like it's a tag.
You know how Dylan said that the umpires are the best they've been?
Yep.
Pretty sure Dylan mixed up his Pornhub feed with the footy guinea umpires.
A little bit of Riley Reid action.
Run your multis through Belmont, race 5, number 3. Oh,
thank you, Hands and Heels. I'm
Take
guessing
us-
that's on Saturday. I'm guessing.
you have a look at that right now while I keep going through these, mate.
Will do. I'm guessing it's Saturday.
And did you know that someone paid the Hoctor chick $600 for a spit? I did know that.
I did know that too. Yeah, good.
Yeah, she put it in a jar or something, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so. And she met Shaq as well.
Yeah.
That's a piss up.
Horse live from the in-laws, risky, very risky, but willing to do it for the people at home.
Love that.
Scorched. BBL is coming. Harbour VC every game. You will not ever do that ever again. And Sam Harper, he didn't ruin my season because I never got him deadly, but he ruined Braino's season.
Yeah.
Mac's about to turn 22 at this point. Got to come get that footy, mate.
Max, you hit the footy, mate. The horse in question, race 5?
Race 5, number 3 at Belmont.
Yeah, it's called Petro Chuka. It's got pikey on it, $2.80. Looks pretty good. Don't mind it at all.
When's it racing Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. It's $2.80.
Gotcha.
Love that from your Hands and Heels.
Question.
Your name's Benny Scarf. Bugger off.
Is the footy flat yet from just sitting there? And would it be viable if you walked to the score to the search for Max?
It is actually starting to deflate a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. Would it be viable if I walked to the score to search for Max?
School probably. Yeah.
Well, mate, here's the thing. I live off the side of the school and it's school holidays. So he'll come get it when he needs.
Do we think Max King going down spells bad news for Owen Marshall? I think it does.
I don't think it does.
You don't think it does?
No. Campbell's not that good of a ruckman.
Marshall's been playing more forward over the last couple of weeks, though.
Just last week. That's where I got worried because Campbell came into the side. It just depends if just is Hayes ready to come back in or is he still done? It's just probably going to be Membry and Caminiti, but Caminiti's been playing back.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Pickles is the kind of yeah.
I was going to say Marshall's good for goals for a GAT. That's for certain.
Pickles is the kind of guy who's yelling at the TV that
Membry.
Chesser is shit. Me last week.
Yep.
From Corey.
Yep.
That's why I gamble because I'm cooked after the weekend and my Supercoach season is done.
Pretty much.
What else we got here?
Dick's about 2 foot tall. Deadly's trying to figure out who's going to be the main forward for St Kilda. Shit, Dick's 2 foot tall.
Dick.
It's going to be Membry and Caminiti and Owens. Machito.
And I'm driving from Sydney to go next Saturday night. Meet me there, mate. We'll have a beer. Ooh.
Who the hell do we play next Saturday night? Don't know. But tell me which game. We can definitely sort something if I'm going.
And that's all the questions we've got, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Is there anything that you'd like to add before we knock off for the evening?
Nah, mate. I think that was another beautiful show. So well done, you. Good to have you back in non-night form mode.
Non-night shift mode. Love it. Yeah.
Want to say a big thank you to all the beautiful bastards in the chat. You guys are absolutely hilarious. Loved every single one of yous, and all the comments are hilarious. Makes us what we do so much fun. We enjoy it so much. So if you are not one of the people that commented in the chat or are in a Discord, jump on in. Feel free to talk as much shit as you like in Discord and in the YouTube chat. We got, as long as there's no abuse or anything like that, we don't care.
No,
it's
they've
all
got
love.
two big rules. Don't be a dickhead. Don't be shit.
Yep. And
if you love footy, the banter's fine, but as soon as you're a dickhead or you're shit, you'll get booted. So everyone's like-minded. We all love taking the piss. We all love talking footy, but there's a line. So
yep. Not against each other.
No.
Not against our members. It's a safe spot, but you're allowed to talk as much shit as you want in there. We don't care about that.
To give you an indication, ladies and gentlemen, since March this year, we've had 800 people join our Discord, and it is growing very rapidly. So we are very appreciative for the people at home that do jump in, talk footy, love the banter, love the chat, but we're also very respectful as well. Before we knock off for this evening, we do have our Punters Club. So if you are part of it and you want to get involved in the Discord, jump in. The description is below. And remember to like, subscribe, thumbs up, bell, all that good stuff. But we are all about breaking the stigma around mental health. So it is not weak to speak, and it is okay not to be okay. If you are struggling, reach out to someone, whether it be a trusted one, a loved one, a family member, or even if you want to speak to someone that you don't know but you respect. My inbox is always open, and Jake's is as well. We don't mind taking the time to talk to you if you are not okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is okay not to be okay, and it is not weak to speak. It is okay, and we respect each and every one of you. So, on behalf of Jake and I this evening, this is the AFL Insight Fantasy Podcast. We are going to be back Sunday night with a live. Bramble responsibility. It's not weak to speak. Get in the Discord. That's exactly right, mate. Everyone's all about it. It is not weak to speak. But ladies and gentlemen, get in the Discord. There is some ripping conversation in there. There's some great punts going on. There's some good banter. And if you don't want to listen to Kelly Underwood commentate a game, I might even start a live feed next week, and we'll get some people involved and we'll talk shit. So on behalf of Jake and I, it's been an absolute fucking pleasure. And we'll see you Sunday night for our live. This has been another episode of the Inside AFL Podcast. Catch you then.
Buy our merch.
Be better.